P.J. Billington's has been on the go for over 15 years, and for most of that time, Swiss-born Eugene Mueller has been the restaurant's executive chef. Our starter was potato skins, made from wedges of excellent baking potatoes, relieved of much of their white flesh, roasted and covered with a twin-colored mantle of yellow and white cheese. Not to be forgotten, a scattering of crumbled bacon gave full sway to the addictive quality of the wedges. One wedge, another, maybe just one more, and then there were none. While wickedly good potato wedges with their devilish greasy fixins seemed appropriate for Billington's dark bar and booths, my quinoa salad was better suited to the restaurant's solarium framed by natural light. If rice is a Debussy prelude, then quinoa is jazz by John Coltrane. Why am I not surprised that the texturally unique seeds come from a plant related to tumbleweed? It's far more interesting than being related to grass. An American-sized portion of quinoa, bound by a red wine vinaigrette, was spooned onto lettuce. Mueller attained perfect pitch with this salad by including red onion, celery, and black beans, along with the vinaigrette. Was it hunger or greed that made me ask the kitchen to augment the plate with a kebab of grilled shrimp? Whatever. The shrimps were exactly right. In a town of takeouts and pubs with a well-established rep for pretty good fish and chips, it's brave of a hotel restaurant to offer iconic St. John-style fish and chips. Frankly, none, except the aforementioned specialists, seem to get it exactly right. It's always the batter that goes awry, and the batter is everything where fish and chips is concerned. Billington's batter had superb color and outside crispness, but directly underneath that crispy exterior was an ultra-thin, cloying layer of paste. A recalibration is required. The cod itself was perfection, as were the chips. Green peas, dressing, and gravy came as a surprise bonus. No doubt some appreciate such flourishes. I prefer my fish and chips plain, with plenty of malt vinegar and salt. In the case of Billington's special stuffed pork chop, the filling was a few slices of what tasted like corned beef, a slice of Swiss cheese, and dab of Dijon. Sound familiar? Correct, all ingredients of a popular deli sandwich. Chop had been transformed into pocket for a take on the Reuben. An okay idea, even without sauerkraut, but one that would have worked better with a thicker chop. Because of the thin sides of the pork pocket and the time required to heat through the filling, the fresh pork was reduced to something approaching joyless membrane. Apple pie a la mode has been an American diner classic since the late 19th century. Pie crust, fruit, and ice cream. It sounds uncomplicated, but I've tasted too many pie crust fails to count, as well as tin pie filling and cheap, rough ice cream. When, on the other hand, everything is done well, i.e., tender, flaky crust, fresh apples, and creamy, rich ice cream, a dessert of pie a la mode can be one of the most delicious things. Billington's version of the classic was such a thing. P.J. Billington's receives a rating of 2 stars out of 4. Dinner for 2, including wine, taxes, and tip, costs approximately $100. For reservations, call 722-9330.